everybody, it's Aquila, and this is a Lefty Knitter podcast. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about mostly crafty stuff and sometimes throw in other family things and whatnots. I was supposed to record through the week, but I didn't. Today is already Friday, June 24th. Yeah, I usually record through the week, post on Saturdays, but summer started. Happy summer solstice, first off. Secondly, routines have changed, right? So kids home, blah, 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 doing this, doing that. It's difficult, to say the least. I think this is episode 164. Could be wrong about that. I will correct myself here. All right, so welcome to any new viewers, and welcome back to any of my returning viewers. Sorry, moving that backwards. I felt like I was in your face. So, yeah, summer. So things change, routines change, and we're getting accustomed to things. That's where I'm at. And I haven't had much thought into putting a camera in my face to do this, and one, I apologize, and two, I actually got a lot of crafting done, so I'm gonna show you that right now. It might only be a one clip episode. I was off of work for Juneteenth, which is was officially celebrated for government to, businesses to close on Monday. So I was actually off Monday, but I was super sick on Father's Day. Yeah, that was Father's Day, right? Yeah, that was Sunday. So happy Father's Day also. And happy Juneteenth. I think I said that in the last episode. Whew. Either way, not feeling well. Hayes wasn't feeling well. Then I wasn't feeling well. Hayes went to her day camp type place, and I laid on the couch. Or sat on the couch and crafted, and laid on the couch and watched TV, and then I was back and forth the whole time. I just wasn't feeling well. I've taken COVID tests, and the sickness test, sorry. I hate using the C word. And negative. But I really was concerned because, I was having the same, throat feelies that I get when I had it the last two times. Well, the last one time that I know was positive. The one time before that, my doctors all still will say, I can't say that that's what it was, because I really think I was sick with the sickness. The end of the year 2019. Sorry, 2019, because 2020 is when everything shut down in March. Yeah. So I was really concerned because I was having some of the symptoms, but no, negative tests. All right. I know there can be negative tests, but positive whatever, I don't know. That's too much already about that. Okay, I got some crafting done, so let me just say that. Last time you saw these socks, I am knitting a pair of socks. I use my 9-inch circulars. I know it's summer sock camp. A lot of people are doing that. I know Heather is hosting, Heather is BunniPhish Crafts. She is hosting the Knit All the Small Things. So anything you knit that is small, whether it is one square in your blanket, that is an entry. But you need to also watch her podcast, and it designates, you need to say in your post, this is 5 entries or whatever. Watch her podcast. Also, this would fall into Lisa of Knit All the Yarn. She is 72 stitches. She is hosting the Knit All the Felici Cowl, and this could go into that. I started these as a project to have, what was I doing? Knit in Public Day, Worldwide Knit in Public Day. I started these for that. And this is the knit picks. I'm using my 9-inch circulars. That's what I really love to do when I'm just doing some plain vanilla hand knitting of socks. And this is Knit Picks Felici. I've said that. Game Over is the colorway. And I am on sock 2. Last time you saw this, I had done all of this. And I was to here. I was getting ready to start decreasing for the toe. So that's where you guys saw it. Right. Now has a toe. It is not cut in yet. I have to cut in the heel. Here's my ball. I've been just kind of shoving it in there. So that is the rest of the ball. I made these like super extra long because I'm not sure who they're going to, but I think I'm gonna gift these to my mom. So I started the second sock. Ready? Ready? I got pretty far. Now, of course, you guys you didn't see the toe in the last episode, and that was, I would have posted it on Saturday. So I've had almost a full week. Boop, boop. I am like one stripe away from starting the toe. So I'm really far. I am very excited. I have like this like floppy skein left. You know, love those. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna put my marker in so I can show you guys. Boop, boop. I don't know why I make those noises. Okay, so if you are, you know, knitting socks that are, or if you're knitting anything with Felici, Felici has fingering and worsted weight. If you're knitting anything with that, you can enter it there. Knit all the small things, you can enter socks. And yeah, summer sock camp, that's not something I've always participated in. I love cranking my socks on my Erlbacher machine, so I don't hand knit enough socks. And I don't know if they would be accepted in the Cowl because honestly, I didn't look at the details because I'm not entering anything for it. That's where I'm at. My mail lady is coming. That's always weird. We're gonna sit in silence for a minute. I'm wearing my John Prine shirt, sitting on a rainbow. I love it. It's so cute. Hubby got it for me. We're actually going to see Pussifer tonight. John loves anything to do with James Maynard, right? Yes. Tool, Pussifer, Perfect Circle. I know there's more. I can't think, but he has all the bunch of side projects. We are actually going to see Pussifer tonight. That's where we are. Okay, one thing you guys haven't seen. I took this last night because I had a knit night with my ladies, and this is Malabrigo. I bought this. I don't know if I actually showed it in the podcast when I bought it. So when the Knotty lady was going out of business, sorry, rest in peace. It's a shop out in Oregon. Andi the Knittress is the Knotty lady, the Knotty Knittress, and she has a shop, so you should go check that out. She is working her butt off to be able to open up a brick and mortar store back in her town because that store closed. This is a Malabrigo Rios. I'm not quite sure I've ever knit with Rios. I probably have. So this is the Sandbank colorway, and now I'm really concerned because everybody was like, it looks mauve-y. It looks like it has purplish pink undertones, and I'm like, well, crap, that is not what I was going for because this is going to be a cardigan for John. This is going to be the second breakfast. Speaking of Andi, she knit that sweater. I'll probably steal her picture if she probably won't care. Yeah, so I want to knit that cardigan for John, which again, Andi gifted me that pattern, and so I'm gonna attempt to knit that. But everybody's like, it looks, and even John was like, eh. And I'm like, I got this yarn at a really good price because they were discounting everything in the shop. So I knit a swatch last night on size 8 needles. These are Knit Picks, the wood set. They're like a teak or something. I can't remember. I knit my swatch and I'm perfectly on gauge. Now I am perfectly on gauge unblocked. So now I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure. I'm going to block this yet. But see how it has like a lot of stretch? Like a lot. I think against different colors, it looks different. Let's hope. I don't know. I'm going to block it. But then I don't know if I'm going to just go down a sweater size. I'll have to look at the measurements, the finished measurements of the sweater and see the difference between what I would knit for him versus one size smaller. Or do I knit another swatch and go down 1 needle size? Because then once I block it, it will probably be close to gauge. I don't know what I'm going to do. So there's that. So, because I need a new project, because like I need a hole in my head, but I'm going to need a new project soon. Those socks are going to be done. And then the only other thing I have is that shawl, that Clockwork, which I'm not going to show because I've only put on a couple rows. I've been trying to be good about putting in 4 rows every night. That has not fully happened, but that's okay. I'm not a stickler for like rules and whatnot. Okay, the only other thing I have to show you, and this is probably everything I'm showing you, and I'll wrap this up. I bought this kit at the Epicurean Boutique at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and it's a felt applique embroidery kit. The last time you guys saw it, did I get all the cats put down? Maybe I had all the cats cut out. Oh gosh, I don't remember. Either way, I have stuff to show you. Okay, all the cats are now put down. The cats got their hats. The hats got the bands and the little buckle. Then the cats got eyeballs, noses, and whiskers. And that was what I did last night. I did noses and whiskers last night. So, here's where I'm at. Super cute. This morning, because lazy morning before I had to log in for work, I was able to cut out all my pumpkins. My pumpkins are in there and the stems. So those will be next. That's what I got. That's what I have for you guys. So, I finished reading. I was reading the 9th book in the Flavia de Luce series, which is by Ellen Bradley. If you've never heard of this series, it is about a young girl in the mid 1900s. I think it takes place like 1950s in Europe, not here, Britain. It's terrible. Not particularly sure. She's a young chemist. That is what she likes to do. Her uncle had like a whole chemistry lab in their house, in this manor house that they live in. She's got sisters. It's a whole dynamic, and she solves crimes. They're good. They're cute. They're quirky, and they are good reading for when I don't need anything too heavy. Then I decided to pick up The Invisible Life of Addi LaRoe, so I'm now listening to that. I'm not far into it, but so far I am liking it. That's an audiobook, and a few of my knitting podcaster friends have decided we need to like do a semi-casual book club, and I think the book we're all waiting for, whether we're waiting for cues from our library or it to come a physical copy, we're going to read Red, White, and Royal Blue. So we're going to read that. I also downloaded an app called Scribd. Let me know. I use Libby, which is for my library, but not everything's always A, available in audio, or B, it takes weeks. And sometimes I want it to be like, boom, I want it, right? I know Audible is another option for listening to audiobooks, but I believe their price is, I don't know what their price is. I was talking to our head, I don't want to say librarian because that's not the term we use at my work anymore. She is the head research something or other. She, sorry, let me pause this. I forgot where I was going with that. My dad was calling. He needed to know if we needed anything from Costco. Scribd. Oh, so she's also a very avid reader. And we were talking about stuff and whatnots, and she said to check out Scribd. Now, I did download it, and there is a free trial period, but I haven't downloaded any books yet, so my trial period hasn't started. It's Scribd, Scribd. I guess that's how it's pronounced. But the price for that, and it's like unlimited. I think you can get like 10 books at a time. That one is like $11.99. So I don't know in comparison to other audiobook. I know some people use Hoopla. I've not used that. I think that's another one you use with your library, but my library here does not use Hoopla. So that's why we have Libby. I used to use Overdrive, but then they switched over to Libby, so that's why I have Libby. So if there's any applications that you guys use that you think I should like look into, that would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, that's where we are. But I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna like the app. But I get like a 30-day trial period. They have a lot of books on there, and it looks like when I go to look at it, it says like available now. Like Red, White, and Royal Blue is available now. Like I won't have to wait. Like I have it on my Libby right now, and I'm like a 6-week wait or something like that. So it might be worth it only because there are lots of books that always come out that everybody talks about, and I want to have them like right then and there. I have like a whole list that I keep on Goodreads. I use Goodreads, and so I have like a shelf you can say you want to read or whatever. So I have them there. Other than that, the only other thing is John and I have been watching that show, which I can't remember what it's called, on HBO about the Lakers in the late 70s, early 80s. And it has John C. Reilly. And that's... and I don't know what it's called. Winning Time, maybe? It's not bad, but I'm not totally into it. John loves John C. Reilly, so he's totally into it. I watched the first 2 episodes of a show on Netflix. It's kind of like a docu-series, I guess, called something about the internet. Everything on the internet is lies or something. I don't know. If I can remember, I'll put it there. And the first 2 episodes, the first episode was about swatting. Have you ever heard of swatting? I've never heard of swatting, but apparently it's when if you're mad at somebody, you make a fake phone call and you get the FBI to go SWAT team somebody's house. That's insane. Like, apparently it was happening on a lot of gaming forums. I don't game, so I don't know. And probably more of the ones like Halo and Call of Duty. I would assume it's probably kind of whatever. I've heard people in those games. I've heard people like talking a bunch of crap in those games. And like, so I was telling John about it. He's like, I've never even heard of that either. So I was like, oh, we're way out of the loop. All right. So, and then the second episode it's like I shouldn't say conspiracy theory stuff because like, it's just stuff that goes on like over the internet or media that isn't always like up to whatever. Like the first episode, an incident goes wrong, and I'm not going to say much more about that because if you watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So, woo! The next one, I don't remember what the next one's about, but I watched 2. The second one was like a guy got murdered. It was all over the news that maybe he was involved with WikiLeaks and all this stuff, and it's a lot to wrap my head around. So like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch those like back to back. That's going to be like, and every other night I'll watch one of the episodes. Yeah. All right. So give me suggestions on the one. I don't know. I might make another swatch of that Malabrigo in the next size down because I would much rather have a blocked swatch be the right size than going a size down in the sweater and then it doesn't block out enough. Like I don't aggressively block it enough. And then 2 apps for listening to audiobooks. I love audiobooks. I don't read a lot of physical books. I know we have a little free library and I don't read a lot of physical books. I know. I do have physical books and I do read some physical books, but I love audiobooks. Like I have a good drive to work. I can get in some good audiobook time. So, all right, next time you'll probably see finished socks and I don't know what else you'll see. So until the next episode, please make sure you are checking in on your loved ones and people that you care about, giving them all the virtual hugs or physical hugs if you are ready to do that yet in the world. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care and knit happy. Bye.